Okay, so here we are again. Can we fix Andy? Andy is having some tendencies to not really explode into the ball correctly. So a lot of the time that he's hitting, he's using his arm to drive through his shot instead of actually using the back leg to drive through and to really get that torso rotation with his swing that he has some arm talent with, following behind it.
Let's open the torso.
So he needs more explosion off the back foot. He needs to open up his stance if he wants to hit cross court.
Right.
And he needs to be using that explosion to drive that torso rotation so he can actually accomplish hitting the ball better cross court. Here's what we're trying to work on. He actually exploded into that one, causing his shoulders to open up more. That went long because he framed it. It looked pretty decent and promising, and then boom, he framed it. That one was nice. Gets low, 45 degrees, explodes off of the back foot and hits up into the ball. Here's more of his natural swing. It's very arm driven, and he's not getting too much rotation in the torso. 45-degree angle on the feet, that's fine. There's an example of him leading with his arm. He has a lot of tendencies to lead with his arm and try to use his arm to power through. That shot is definitely not going to go cross court.
If we are more closed and we're trying to hit the ball with a limited torso rotation as we're hitting the ball, it's going to limit our power and our rotation. We're going to need to move over to the ball. We're going to have to drop that head and keep this stance open and have torso movement that opens up so you can rip into the ball, and your body should be turning freely this way. When they swing up into the ball, they're like this, and their body turns through the air. If you have a closed stance, your body cannot turn through the air, and this is all impinged right here. So whenever you go and you hit the ball, boom, you're all impinged right here. When I see this, I want to be scooting up, and Federer does it very well. He gets low and he comes up into the ball and he hits it in more of like an inside-out shot.
And then here we are again. So he opened up his stance some, even more than the 45 degrees. Now I'm trying to get him to emphasize to push off of the back foot and rotate the torso and let the swing follow a little afterwards. It typically happens more during real time. When you explode off of the back foot, your torso is naturally going to turn just like that, and then the swing's going to come up after. That's a beautiful stroke right there. From the side, looks like there's a little bit of stability problems because his left foot just isn't out far enough. But this is what the correction looks like. He explodes off of the back foot. His momentum's going forward. Left foot is more in an open pattern. Nice open stance. I like how he drove up into that one with his back foot. Boom. That could have went towards the middle of the court, but still, it's the stroke that matters. That's how I want his stroke to look. Here's another look at some more. He got low on that one. Nice timing on that preparation. That's a closed stance, but he had to get low on it. That is definitely acceptable. He is exploding off of that back foot. We need to explode off of that back foot and use that and turn that body while you swing, instead of just using your arm and then your body swings as a product of using your arm. There's that nice shot again. Man, he's got a grip too. It's like a Western grip.
Now I'm shuffling this way, so look at this, look at my legs, right? If I need to hit that ball cross court and I'm over here and I'm back here, I don't need to be standing like this. Your power, whenever you start running this way and you set You can set like this all you want to. You could be low like this. And then whenever it comes up and you're driving up through the ball, your impingement is gonna happen right here. All of this is gonna stop that forward energy. And you constantly have this impingement when you run into that problem. We go here. You see how I'm bent?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Face that way in ready position. Right. Now turn a little bit. Turn this foot a little bit. Turn that foot this way, right? Okay. This is your stance. This is how you hit the ball. Now try to look at me and hit the ball towards me. Do you feel?
Yeah, right.
You feel impinged.
Yep.
Right.
I feel like when I point my body is stuck here.
Right,
Can't
exactly.
go farther than that.
Exactly.
Stuck.
So now let's take your right foot and put the right foot right there. Let's try that. Now hit towards me now. Whatever, just stop and hit towards me now. Do you feel like you can actually move?
Right.
Right. So that is going to unlock your power when you're hitting cross-court, shuffling to the ball.
Yeah, I feel my body automatically
Yeah.
rotating.
Right. Freedom of rotation.
Right.
And plus, a lot of our power is being directed from our back foot. So whenever we are hitting the ball up like this, and we're using arm and we're scooping, a lot of our weight is going to be on the back right foot. Right?
Yeah. Your left leg, sorry.
So we're looking at more here. Nice little adjustment on that left foot. He made sure he kept it open and he didn't close it too much. And he opened it up even more on that one. Got underneath the ball, drove the power from off of his back foot through his upper body, swung up on the ball, and used his grip.
He has this limited rotation by stepping out here, wanting to hit the ball cross court, but yet he's standing here, and whenever he articulates this type of movement with like the hip and the shoulder, he doesn't necessarily come up into the ball, and he allows this to travel through as one motion. He arms his way through, which is not the right way to do it.
Right.
So the way that I helped correct that was, one, we brought this foot back and we opened up this stance more for a solid approach, and we're gonna stay squatted. And then through here, we opened up this shoulder and then this arm followed through with it. Now to help him with that, I explained it by dropping the racket and then getting this in this position, and this is what we learned, this right here. So this little bit of movement from my back foot back here, a lot of our weight is gonna be on the back right foot. This little bit of movement right here causes my left shoulder to push up. A lot of our power is being directed from our back foot.
A lot of our weight is going to be on the back right foot.
We're going to turn this right shoulder this way and pull our left shoulder up, and that's going to allow our stroke to follow through afterwards. And that's what's going to help him hit more cross court, because of an open stance and the power distribution of actually pulling through the ball.
A lot of our weight is going to be on the back right foot.
So here's a little bit of the last clip. This dude's had a long day. This is his second one today. He played at lunchtime. I'm telling him right here that I just want him to try to move up to the ball even if it comes in short, because I want to see how he deals with the short balls to attack them to go cross court. I can start seeing that him setting was starting to get a little bit slower, and then his ability to actually gauge how close the ball was to his body was getting a little bit off. So I mean, we drilled this for a while. This isn't the best looking attempts, but this is a little clip of us trying. He's trying to explode off of the back foot, but the ball's kind of catching him really close into the body. But yeah, here's some of the befores of him just letting the racket kind of move his body. And this is a perfect example of it. Steps in front of the ball, tries to get the racket moving the body. Nice energetic guy, but the form was off. Now, here's the exaggeration of pretty much what it looks like when he's like full swinging. Really exploding and creating lift. That's an example that I like to use right here. I like how he has the racket up, balls up, racket gets down, he has time to set, gets underneath the ball and 45-degree angle and explodes and creates that lift, that rotational lift. And here's one of the nice ones from tonight. Yeah, look at that grip too. Really explodes off of it.
A lot of our power is being directed from our back foot.